This creepy creature was captured wandering the fields. It kept looking down as it walked and took slow, deliberate steps. The terrifying creature was extremely thin and tall. Its arms and legs were super slim, and the torso was as thin as paper. The strangest thing, it appeared to be dressed to the nines though, and was seen in a black suit. It kept walking straight and did not seem to be bothered by its eerie surroundings. Luckily for the person, this unsettling figure did not spot them in the vast fields. Black figure.
Creeping me out. I lived here.
Deep into the wilderness, there are many creepy things lurking in the dark, but this man caught something truly unsettling. Standing behind the trees and a fence, the man zoomed in and captured an odd scene. An unidentifiable creature stood motionless and did not seem to react. Its silhouette looked pitch black, despite being captured in daylight. It looked as if the creature had something on top of its head. While it resembled a human being from a distance, the truth still remains a mystery.
Never seen that shape before.
Sigbin. Did these people finally catch the mythological creature called Sigbin on camera? The Sigbin is a mythical creature from Filipino folklore, particularly prevalent in the Visayan, Mindanao, and Mindoro regions. It looked like a hybrid goat and dog with large ears and a long whip-like tail. In one of the videos, this oddity was recorded from afar and was trying to hide behind the bushes. In another, it was caught trying to crawl away into the wilderness. Lastly, this creature was locked and could be seen gnawing and chewing the steel bars. Was it really the Sigbin or something else entirely? Tell us your theories down below. Mythical being? Could this creature be a hybrid animal, or could this be an undiscovered species? A person spotted something strange hiding in a drain. At first, he thought it was a large rat, but when he got closer, he was shocked. The creature looked like a rodent, but had webbed feet like a duck, with stripes across its body and wet fur. It seemed upset, and as the man tried to approach, it hissed, warning him to stay away. Clearly, feeling uneasy, the man decided it was best to leave the mutant-looking animal alone. Sea dragon. If you thought dragons only existed in the air, you're wrong. A man was fortunate enough to capture this unusual creature in the water. The oddity emerged from under a rock. It slithered like a snake and made its grand entry. Despite its small size, this mini dragon had 4 legs, a tail, and horns. That made it look like a little monster. The bright yellow creature looked a little muddy because of the murky water, I guess. Only the small size of this unusually looking creature made it less scary, but its presence was no less than an incredible sight. So, beware of its cute size. It's still a dragon, you tell us. Ogopogo.
Look at that.
This group was on a boat trip when they came across a legendary monster.
We saw something in the water. By it, it looked like a log down into the water.
The Ogopogo, with its majestic body swimming in the river, it created huge ripples. This made the people believe that it was no ordinary animal, but a rather mythical creature. Even experts were shocked at the evidence when they examined the image, as no animal they knew had horns like these. This made the people sure that what they captured was indeed nothing from the ordinary, but the mystery continues.
However, he does have a theory of what it could be if not the legendary lake monster Ogopogo.
Unicorn. Grazing in the fields, there was something white that looked otherworldly. This man's camera captured a creature resembling a well-built horse, but only one thing was odd about it: the huge horn mounted on its forehead. It was the fabled unicorn, and if you're still unsure about their presence on Earth, let me tell you that they were actually here some million years ago, with a slightly different appearance, as they were more like rhinos than horses, but this one here shocked the people yet again. Was Was this really a unicorn, or was this just another trick? Mutant mammal. This strange creature will leave you with questions that
It is not uncommon to find remains of deceased animals on a walk in the woods. What's weird is when those remains don't look like anything.
Obviously, one theory about this thing is that it is not of this world.
from recording the unknown beings to coming across bizarre creatures. Watching the strange phenomenons to actually living their nightmares. Hang on for the creepiest forest adventures that will leave you shocked.
Go! No! Run! Run!
Goatman. A terrified young man and his friend cautiously investigate strange noises in an abandoned house near his home. That's where they encountered something unsettling peering out of the window. They didn't stop there. Both of them further walked into the house until they realized something was chasing them. They quickly fled out of the place, and when they looked back to see it was a goat man appearing in the dark. Thankfully, they escaped before something bad happened.
Que foi? Passou alguma coisa aí? Eu vi, mano. Caiu! Acabando!
Unknown creature. An Instagram content creator, famous for his wildlife photography and known for capturing some of the best shots in the wild, posted a video of a strange dog-like creature with weird feathers floating in the air. Soon, this video started making rounds on the internet, and people began to speculate that it wasn't an unidentified or strange creature lurking in the woods. The footage caused the audience to be divided into two parties. One who called it a fake, the other who believed it was an actual mythical, and it's not a goat. Goats have eyes on the sides of their heads, but this creature has eyes in the front. What could it be? The travelers who recorded the video were way too scared to film it any further. So the locals, who were baffled to see the creature, took the matter into their own hands and started flocking to the area to catch a glimpse of this mysterious beast. Many suggest that the demonic creature should be left a mystery because it's not safe to go after something so demonic. Underground beast. In search of a wombat, a man and his dog spent the entire day digging up the ground. Finally, the man saw something popping out of the soil. He quickly grabbed it, thinking it might be the animal he was looking for. However, a huge furry creature resembling a Sasquatch grabbed his hand and tried to drag him inside a tiny cave. Fortunately, he managed to free himself, but his brave dog went inside the cave to confront the creature. Instead of retrieving the creature, the dog was pulled inside. And unfortunately, the video ended there, and no one knew what the creature was or what happened afterwards. Smiling Devil. A strange creature was discovered deep in the thick forests of Mexico, unlike anything anyone had ever seen before.
Nosotros así como aquí la gente es un poco como que creyente.
The poor thing was decomposed and had lost its color. It had wings and an eerie, grinning smile that was just unsettling to see. What's even stranger are the threads covering its body. The locals in Pueblo, shocked by this oddity, hunted it down, marking the end for the creature. Now, it's becoming an artifact, capturing the attention of those who hear its tale. Pine squid. In the depths of the Amazon jungle, locals have discovered a terrifying cryptid known as the pine squid. Despite resembling an aquatic creature, this anomaly thrives in the suffocating heat of the jungle rather than the depths of the sea. Its slick, black, oily skin glistens like venom, and with long, tentacle-like appendages, it moves through the trees with an unnatural grace, wrapping itself around branches. The pine squid's eerie, otherworldly appearance strikes fear in the hearts of those who encounter it, as locals believe the creature to be an omen of death. Abduction mishap. Now that's something no one would expect to find in the woods. A guy was out for a casual stroll when he suddenly heard strange noises. So when he headed towards the sounds, he discovered this a lifeless alien lying on the forest floor. It was not in a good condition as its body was decomposing. It felt like a scene right out of Nightmare that even made me wonder if alien abductions really do go wrong. I mean, maybe the alien enthusiasts tried keeping hidden and could not handle it, and eventually it ended like this. Lost in the woods. A young man gets lost.
You know, one of the main reasons why Denis Villeneuve movies hit so hard is he always has incredible scores.
In the middle of a forest, but discovers that he is not alone. He never thought to record this encounter with a being that is not from this world. He kept hearing rustling noises coming from the bushes. At first, he thought he had encountered a rabbit, but when he reached a bit closer, he saw a humanoid creature with glowing eyes staring towards him. He flashed his light towards the creature and started panicking really hard, because at that moment, he had realized that it was an alien. But luckily, the alien was more terrified of his existence than he was of his. The alien instantly disappeared, leaving the man completely shocked. Werewolf. Imagine a creature that's part wolf, part man. We've seen this idea in movies a ton. But what if it's not just a story? Lately, there's been some evidence that suggests it could be real. Yes, this beast looks like a super muscular werewolf. Really scary and intense. What if it's what happens when a man falls victim to a wolf? Just thinking about running into something that big and angry in the dark woods is enough to give anyone nightmares. So let's take this as a warning. Stay away from places we don't know. You never know what might be hiding there. Backyard alien. On May 1st, a witness claimed to have spotted an alien in their own backyard during the early hours. They quickly called the authorities to report the strange sighting. The creature was tall and thin, with long limbs and big, unsettling eyes, moving in a bizarre, insect-like way. Even through the witness's voice, you can realize how scared he was. Well,
They look like aliens to us.
when this footage was uploaded on social media, it quickly became really viral. However, netizens' opinions were divided. Some thought it was a clever hoax, while others believed it was a genuine extraterrestrial encounter. So far, the homeowner hasn't commented, leaving everyone in suspense. Terrifying night vision. A family's peaceful nights turned into a living nightmare when their CCTV caught something chilling. When they reviewed the footage, they were shocked. Yep, there in the bushes was a creepy figure with glowing eyes prowling around their backyard. They immediately suspected it was a skinwalker. Now, they never step outside after dark, advising us all to stay vigilant when night falls. Hampshire encounter. In Hampshire, England, a bizarre monster-like creature stunned the internet when it made a shocking appearance. With a body that screamed monster, its awkward gait resembled that of a chupacabra, scaring those who caught a glimpse. And soon, the social media exploded with theories, and netizens were sharply divided. Some insisted it was a rare sighting of the infamous chupacabra, while others argued it could be a long-lost prehistoric creature making a comeback. And that's how the debate raged on, leaving everyone wondering, what exactly was this creature? With no clear answers, one thing is certain. This encounter left everyone on edge and looking over their shoulders. Hobbit in the woods. You're about to witness something that will make you question its reality. Outside a guy's camp, he heard noises of someone walking. He went out to check and saw something weird. Quickly, he hid behind a tree to record the moment he saw a tiny, grayish creature running and hiding from something or someone as if it were being hunted by eagles. The strangest thing is that the creature looked like a hobbit from The Lord of the Rings. Who knew they existed in real life? Duende. In the middle of the night, a woman was standing on her balcony for a little smoke, and something creepy in her backyard caught her attention. She spotted a strange humanoid figure on top of the tree, partially hiding in the darkness. It was standing motionless, creating a suspenseful and unsettling scene. And it was staring at her as if she invaded its privacy. And guys, watching the quality of this footage, I can say that it's a real encounter with something otherworldly. A duende, elf, or something far more creepy. Aliens artifact. Here's another piece of evidence supporting the idea that forests are prime spots for alien activity. A video captured in an undisclosed location has caused a frenzy on the internet. It shows a real UFO resting on the forest floor, and to add to the intrigue, a relic was also found nearby. It was green in color and had strange symbols on its elongated skull, giving it an appearance reminiscent of an alien skull. Perhaps the aliens want humans to know of their existence, which is why they brought their artifacts with them. What are your thoughts? Underground boring rocks.
Papá, ¿cómo estás hoy?
¿Cómo quieres que esté? Como siempre.
Papá, que me voy a Nueva York por trabajo durante una semana y...
Dude, those rocks are glowing red.
A cave climber was exploring some caves in the forest when he suddenly noticed a cloud of smoke and caught a whiff of something burning.
Check this out.
For a moment, he thought the forest was on fire. As he ventured further to investigate, he was astonished to find that the exterior showed no signs of fire, but the interior of the cave was filled with burning rocks. He was truly shocked to see that. Some people claimed it was the Centralia mine fire that has been burning since May 1962. According to the locals, the firefighters have tried 8 times to put it out, but the fire clearly outpaced them, and it's still burning.
Check this out. Dude, those rocks are glowing red.
World War II artifact. A man and his team were on a hunt for old relics, and after hours of searching, they finally struck gold. Using a metal detector in the forest, they uncovered a piece of a bolt from the Soviet PPD-40. They also made other fascinating discoveries, including a harmonica that many German soldiers played on the battlegrounds. In total, they found a variety of objects such as buttons and different buckles. The team promised their viewers that they would be sharing more videos like this, so stay tuned for their exciting finds. Giant in a cape. An unknown creature was spotted lurking in the depths of the jungle when a hiker nearby captured it on tape. Hearing strange noises from the darkness, he began recording with his zoomed camera lens and discovered a furry creature with round eyes wearing a cape. Isn't that strange? If it were an animal or a creature, why would it be wearing a cape? After witnessing the creature, the hiker began to panic. And unfortunately, we couldn't capture more footage of it. However, I believe this could be a protector of the forest, lurking in the shadows to safeguard the wildlife. Rotting alien carcass. A researcher, infamous for his unsettling experiments, mysteriously disappeared in the early 90s. It was years later that they discovered that he had a secret underground facility hidden from the world. Among the remnants of his lab, an old black and white video was found. The footage showed an alien-like carcass lying in the middle of a forest, being consumed by maggots. Although the authorities tried to cover up the incident, the video was leaked, sparking widespread speculation. People began questioning where the researcher had gone. Some believe aliens abducted him, while others suspect the authorities may have silenced him. Elf's Note. A small group discovered a mysterious elf house that appeared suddenly in the depths of the forest when they were enjoying their camping. Inside the mini-house, they found a note stating the elf had relocated to a castle in Edinburgh, Scotland, due to disliking the weather. The note further said that if anyone ever found the mysterious elf's house, maintain the house, just in case the elf decides to return to its old neighborhood. Giant spider. Australia is known for having the most giant and mysterious spiders, but just imagine a big one showing up in your backyard. This giant creature you see in the video is a venomous spider. And it often lurks in the most unexpected places, ready to sting you whenever you're off guard. So be careful, especially whenever you're taking a trip to Australia. These things normally move around there like it is their own land. Spherical stones.
I mean, they're 10 feet in diameter. They're gigantically huge.
In the 1930s, a crew discovered a collection of large monolithic spherical stones. Many were massive, with diameters of 3 meters, while others were smaller, about the size of a basketball.
Chiefs were sometimes buried with some of the smaller.
Today, over 300 of these stones have been found at the archaeological site, known as Las Bolas. These stones are among the most precise examples of ancient stone carving, so perfectly round that it raised questions about who could have made them, especially without modern tools. In 2004, a similar discovery was made in Bosnia, where spherical stones were found in forests and creek beds. Local people attached various myths to the stones, while some speculate they were crafted by extraterrestrial beings. What are your thoughts? Bigfoot sighting. It's puzzling why the government tries to dismiss the truth about Bigfoot when the evidence is right in front of us. Take a look at this video I found. A Bigfoot was spotted lurking in the woods by a random traveler. It was a massive, furry creature, and the traveler managed to sneakily capture it on video. The footage clearly shows Bigfoot, and it's hard to deny this fact. If you disagree, feel free to let me know in the comments below. Dogman. Deep inside the jungles of Peru, locals believe that a creature roams around. A cryptid that was feared by some indigenous tribes. They used to call this creature El Hombre Bestia, the man-beast. The news about this creature outbreaks so much that the authorities had to meddle their noses in the matter, so they tracked and caught it. As you can see the creature, it has a resemblance to a dogman, but the indigenous tribes like to call it the Beast Man. Brazilian Dogman. In a Brazilian town, reports surfaced about sightings of a creature resembling a dogman in the nearby woods. Intrigued, a group of friends ventured into the woods to investigate. As they combed through the area, they suddenly noticed rustling in the bushes. Upon shining their flashlight in that direction, they came face to face with the enigmatic Dogman. The dark, mysterious creature observed them silently, almost as if it was biding its time to pounce on them. Fortunately, nothing happened, and the group ultimately decided to leave the area. The creature was never seen in that vicinity again. Alien cryptid. A man with his horse was on a forest hunt when he encountered something truly unbelievable. As they passed by the thick woods, his horse suddenly began to act strangely, snorting and prancing, as if sensing something unusual nearby. This was so out of character that it alarmed the rider. Feeling uneasy, he pulled out his phone to record the woods, hoping to capture whatever was unsettling his horse. As he panned the camera, he caught a glimpse of a strange, alien-like figure hiding behind a tree. The figure was barely visible, freezing him in fear. "Is that real?" he murmured as he realized they might be facing something far beyond his imagination. Beast cub. A man spotted this strange cub-like creature hiding just outside his fields near the meadows. Concerned for his crops and livestock, he knew he had to confront it. As he approached, he was shocked to discover that this creature was part werewolf, part bear, and oddly enough, part human. But guys, what on earth was this thing? The beast seemed desperate to escape, but it grew angrier whenever the man drew near. Armed with nothing but a thick cane, the brave man pushed the creature back, successfully keeping his land safe from this unsettling intruder. Paraguay cryptid. In Paraguay, a family on vacation in the woods encountered something so unsettling they rushed out in a panic. The children were happily playing while their father filmed them, and that's when a boy noticed a strange creature lurking among the trees.
What's that, Dad?
At first, the family thought it might be Bigfoot, but the way it leaped effortlessly between the branches made it clear this was no ordinary creature. What was it? Well, I personally believe it was a pumbero, a mythical being known to be short, ugly, and sporting very short arms with hairy hands and feet. Many Paraguayans have spotted this eerie creature before, which makes me think it really was a pumbero lurking in the shadows.
What's that, Dad?
Cynocephalus. A mysterious creature was spotted by a man who was camping in the forest with his family. It was a bizarre creature that looked like a blend between a dog and a horse. When he posted it online, people had been speculating that it could either be a prehistoric creature or a hybrid creature created in a lab and then released into the forest. Whatever the creature may be, it has started a debate among thousands of people. What are your thoughts? Crawling skinwalker. A woman was alone in her house in the middle of the night when she started hearing strange noises coming from outside. Curious, she peeped outside the front door and saw a mysterious figure moving in the bushes. Her instincts told her that something was not right. But she kept recording. Suddenly, the figure jumped out and began crawling towards her. The woman got lucky and managed to shut the door just in time. Otherwise, who knows what could have happened there? Bigfoot? On September 17th, 2024, a man was exploring a remote part of the woods late at night with just a flashlight and a camera. As he walked around, he started hearing strange sounds. Something big was moving nearby. Suddenly, his flashlight caught a pair of glowing eyes staring right at him. The creature stood tall, swaying like a tree. And it looked really creepy. He tried whistling at it, but instead, it vanished into the darkness. The guy became terrified and decided to pack his things and go home. Vanishing beast. In a small town in Indonesia, people kept spotting a strange creature near the river. No one dared to go near it. But a group of friends, curious to solve the mystery, decided to check it out. Armed with sticks, they headed into the woods. As soon as the creature appeared, they jumped into the river and surrounded it. But what they saw left them confused. Yes, it had no real face, just a dark body and a long tail. Just as they thought they had it, the creature vanished right in front of them. Maybe it'll return someday, in a different form. Masked man. A surveillance camera caught something straight out of a nightmare. An eerie figure casually sitting on a sewage canal. It seemed to sense the camera watching, and suddenly it dove into the water, swimming away. But what was this As soon as the video hit the internet, people went wild. Some said it was just a masked man, while others swore it was part of an elaborate prank. What do you guys think? Was this a real-life urban creature, or just someone playing tricks? Unidentified creature. In a small town in Mexico, a man saw something beyond strange. A creature that looked like it came from another world. It had no clear face, no recognizable body, just an eerie presence. The man kept his distance, watching the experts examine it, but eventually left. What really happened that night remained a mystery. Could the government be hiding something otherworldly from us? I mean, it sure makes you wonder. Mexican chupacabra. Some explorers, while trekking through the woods, stumbled upon a lifeless body that looked straight out of a horror movie. Strange, eerie shape made it resemble a monster. I'm convinced it was the remains of a chupacabra. Finally proving the creature's existence. But when this footage hit the internet, people were divided. Some thought it was an unidentified creepy monster, while others were certain it was a Wendigo. With the mystery still unsolved, I'm sticking to the chupacabra theory. What do you guys think it could be?
Esos son brazos, esos no son patas. Ve el tamaño de esas manos.
Caught in the dark. At 3 a.m., a woman driving home captured something truly unsettling on her camera. As she passed a quiet, shadowy street, she spotted a strange, humanoid figure lurking in the darkness, barely visible. The figure stood completely still, adding a terrifying sense of suspense. Later, she reviewed the footage at her job site, and there it was again, just standing there, as if watching her. The eerie figure seemed too real to be a trick of the light. With the clear footage, I can't help but think this could be an actual encounter with something otherworldly. Maybe a duende, an elf, or something.
Lo conseguí. Es mi proyecto de ciencias. Funciona con un sistema que genera energía sostenible.
Igual que hace BMW Bidirectional Charging con nuestro BMW y nuestros paneles solares. El Wallbox gestiona la energía que no usamos de los paneles y la almacena en la batería del coche. Con la carga bidireccional, podemos usar la energía del coche para alimentar la casa.
Much creepier. What do you think? Witch hanging out. In the middle of the woods, a weird yet scary scene happened when a woman in a long white dress climbed up a gnarled tree.
¿Cuál es tu nombre? Aguas, compa, bájala de ahí. Ay, compa.
Her dark hair blew in the wind, making her look even stranger. Just like all of us, the guys standing below were feeling both scared and curious. Was she a witch, or just someone who had lost it? Well, her wild laughter echoed through the trees, which made the scene even more scary. They tried to talk to her, but it was clear that something was really off. That night stuck with them, leaving them wondering what secret she had and what really went down that creepy forest.
¿Cuál es tu nombre? Aguas, compa, bájala de ahí.
Camping encounter. A group of friends was camping.
Working in the field, he and his eldest son came across an interesting piece of debris. The pair say they are unsure what it is.
We thought it was garbage, and then after that we got closer and we don't know what it is.
Filled with otherworldly visitors. The sky above us has been quite a spectacle lately. From spying orbs, strange objects, to mysteriously flying UFOs.
I've managed to get up to here where you can't be seen.
It's over there.
This video has all you need to know about the recent activities of extraterrestrials. So stay tuned.
The airfield in southern Fort Worth.
beach scare. The beachgoers were having fun when suddenly their laughter turned to gasps of fear. A black, disc-shaped object appeared in the sky. It hovered silently over the beach, casting a strange shadow. People pointed and stared. Some even ran away. The strange craft was there for a few moments, as if watching the scene below. Then, just as quickly as it came, the UFO zipped away into the distance. It vanished from sight, leaving behind a beach full of shocked sunbathers. Everyone wondered what they had just seen. Street crossing surprise. In the United States, a skygazer saw a massive object with strange blue lights glided silently over the city. Its size and strange glow left him speechless. Its shape was odd, looking like a bow flying in the sky. After thinking it over, he started to wonder if it could be a UFO. He watched as the strange craft floated overhead. Not just him, but when the video was uploaded online, several people came up reporting the exact same sighting. I believe maybe it's time we start believing in extraterrestrial existence. Riverside wreckage. A group of friends decided to explore a nearby river, but when they got there, they saw something strange. Black pieces of metal were scattered in the river. Maybe an aircraft crashed there, but the pieces don't belong to the plane. No wonder it might be the pieces of a crashed UFO, as local stories were there about it. The campers were confused and a little scared. They left the area quickly, wondering what could have caused such a mysterious crash. Sky-high sighting. A guy was giving his drone a first trial when he spotted something strange. It was a huge black and silver disc-shaped object floating slowly and making round moves. It felt like this strange object was observing our planet closely, almost as if it was considering a visit to Earth for a vacation. The spaceship hovered quietly in the sky. It probably was on a secret mission, or have come with a group of aliens to spread on our planet. But nothing could be said for sure, as the guy did not move his drone further in the sky. Mexican mystery. On July 7th, 2024, the sky over Mexico lit up with supernatural lights in a small town. One saw a mysterious object emitting a living purple glow. Its movement and shape weren't ordinary at all, and it was a UFO. The flying saucer's purple beams pierced the night sky, creating an unforgettable spectacle. The fact that it was blinking midair made the onlookers believe that it noticed their presence. It looked like the lights flickering was a kind of signal the alien aircraft was trying to send. But unfortunately, nobody was able to decode it. Was it the ET war it was warning us about, or something else? It remains a mystery. Highway encounter. A native was driving along a road in Mexico when his eye was drawn to a shiny oval-shaped object that was hanging in the sky. It didn't move like any ordinary airplane or balloon. It was just standing still. Seems like gravity does not affect it. The driver was trying to figure out what he was looking at. As he observed closely, he realized that it might be an alien spaceship. He couldn't believe his luck in spotting such an incredible sight on an ordinary drive. Night sky spectacle. One night, locals spotted a strange moment over the sky. All of a sudden, the sky lit up with rapidly moving lights. People were shocked as they saw a twisted structure appear, like giant branches spreading across the sky. Maybe if it was a portal to another world, or maybe the face of an alien planet. Everyone watched in surprise and fear. After a while, the strange sight faded away. The town breathed a huge sigh of relief, glad the bizarre event was over. Hikers' hesitation. Two hikers in the hills came across a remarkable scene. A strange spaceship-like object was seen floating in the sky. It was black in color. Just below it, an oval shape hovered silently. Maybe that oval was part of that spaceship that came to get information about our lives. The hikers were filled with questions. Where did these things come from?
Qué guapo, ¿eh? Estamos en el Caribe, lo que pasa en el Caribe se queda en el Caribe.
Señora Alejandra y señor Mario, la 401.
Las parejas están cambiadas. Es Santiago y Alejandra, Natalia y Mario. Por despertarnos el resto de nuestros días junto a la persona que más nos quiere.
¿20 años ya?
Nosotros no empezamos así. Dice, porque a ti te gustó primero Natalia.
Normal.
¡Baño en bolas! ¡Vámonos! ¡Venga!
Yo no manipulé el destino. Yo lo adapté.
Ale, te has vuelto a quedar dormida. Ale.
Pero tápate un poco.
No desayunas conmigo.
¿Dónde está mi marido?
Samaná.
¿Tú dormiste aquí? ¿Dormiste con Natalia?
Sí, lo reconozco. ¿Para qué engañarnos?
Se están pasando, ¿no?
Dios mío, qué manera de pasarse en el nombre del Padre, del Hijo, del...
Está convencida de que su marido eres tú.
Come from. Curious but scared, one of them decided to get closer. However, as he neared the mysterious ship, he realized that it was an alien spaceship, and fear took over him. The hikers decided not to stick around for long and decided to leave. Hiker's discovery.
So, the government are trying to hide this.
A hiker was filming his adventure on a steep mountain trail. As he climbed higher, his attention was drawn by a huge white object that appeared in the distance.
I've managed to get up to here where you can't be seen.
The moment he saw it, he knew that it was not an ordinary mountain view. It was something straight out of a sci-fi movie. The hiker froze. It was a UFO. He couldn't believe his eyes. How did it get here without anyone noticing? Scared of being spotted, the hiker decided not to stick around. Cuban curiosity. In La Habana, Cuba, a strange event lit up the evening sky in 2019. People looked up and saw a strange glowing object levitating above the city. It had a unique shape, almost like it had wings. Its lower part was rotating under its axis. It looked like it was giving some kind of signal. But to some, it looked like a UFO on fire. Another group came up with the idea that it was some new kind of device that the Cuban government was experimenting with. It could be, since there has been a drastic advancement in technology in the recent years. Serbian sighting. A strange event happened in Serbia. A man was filming in his neighborhood. Suddenly, two bright orbs appeared far in the distance. They were very small, one glowing blue, the other orange. It seemed like they were playing hide and seek with each other, as they were appearing and disappearing at the same time. Trying to make sense of the odd sighting, he came up with the idea that the orbs might be demonic. But no one knew if they were truly demonic, or if there was a completely different story behind their strange appearance. Sea Stranger. In Panama, a UFO decided to skip the usual sky traffic and take a seaside cruise instead. This odd flying saucer zoomed just above the waves, looking like it was on a cosmic surfing trip. It flew so low that it seemed like it was checking itself out in the water. As it zipped along, the waves rippled beneath it. Who knows? Maybe the oceans are just a secret highway for aliens. Now everyone's left, wondering if fish have been spotting little green guys all along. Skyward Surprise.
Olvida todo lo que sabías sobre los juegos de guerra. El juego de acción a gran escala War Thunder te traerá una tormenta de experiencias inolvidables. lucha en los hielos, asalta posiciones enemigas en tierra o envía a tus enemigos al fondo del océano. Todo en un solo juego. Prepárate para un realismo incomparable, desde los más pequeños detalles técnicos hasta los efectos de sonido más auténticos. Sentirás el calor de cada explosión y el peso de cada victoria. Deja atrás las barras de salud. En War Thunder cada proyectil puede ser decisivo y un disparo puede cambiar el curso de toda una batalla. Lucha en lugares de todo el mundo, desde África hasta Alaska, utilizando tecnología militar de más de 100 años. Desde las clásicas cortinas de humo hasta los más modernos dispositivos de visión térmica y misiles con radares activos. Velocidad, tácticas y adrenalina en estado puro. Todo esto te espera en War Thunder, donde solo prevalecen los verdaderos héroes. Descarga War Thunder gratis en PC, Xbox y PlayStation.
Muy buena presentación. ¿Crees que podrías hacerla en inglés?
Yes. Yes.
Con Preply harás una buena preparación y progresarás. Así que la presentación la harás sin problemas. Preparación. Preply para Pro.
Now let me run you through the dataset.
Preply, la prep para hablar inglés pro.
One day, the sky put on a show nobody expected. A massive cloud appeared, trailing long wisps of smoke. But this was no ordinary cloud. It was a UFO in disguise. Suddenly, a glowing orb zoomed in from far away. Quick as lightning, it dove right into the cloud-shaped UFO, and here, the two became one. As they merged, black smoke burst out. It streaked away at the speed of light. This UFO sure knew how to make an exit. And in a blink, the whole thing, cloud, orb, and all, turned to smoke and vanished. This alien magic trick left the sky empty, but filled everyone's imagination with wild space stories. Ancient anomaly. Locals at an abandoned site got more than they imagined. While recording the place, they spotted an elongated object floating in the sky. Its shape was beyond any known design. As they watched in fear, the top of the craft opened up. A smaller object emerged and went into the sky. Looked like it came on a mission on our planet, but went back and kept its UFO shell floating in the sky. It is strange how aliens fit in such a small ball. Maybe they are the tiniest creatures. What do you think? Sunny spectacle. Have you ever seen a moving sun in the sky? Well, some people in Mexico did, and it wasn't what they expected. This exceptional view caught them all off guard as they spotted a glowing disc-shaped object hovering silently above. It wasn't a plane, because planes don't come in bright colors. It moved in a strange manner that was beyond explanation. Seems like aliens have been inspired by the sun, so they made their own UFO-like sun. I must say the onlookers got lucky as the sun didn't explode. Airborne encounter. A pilot was flying his plane high in the sky. He was looking out the front window of his cockpit when something unexpected happened. A black disc-shaped object was coming towards the plane from the front. The disc was moving fast and smoothly through the air. It didn't look like any drone. Then he realized he just had a close encounter with an alien spacecraft. And it seemed like they were having a ride on our planet. Ring in the sky. In Tucumán, a peaceful day turned bizarre when locals spotted an unusual sight. Above a citrus farm in an area called Lules, a black ring appeared out of nowhere. It wasn't a normal cloud. It was just a big, dark circle floating in the air. Some witnesses quickly captured photos and videos of the strange phenomenon. Well, apologies for bursting your bubble, but actually, it was no bizarre phenomenon. It was just the smoke that came out from an electric transformer. London's nighttime. On June 22nd, 2024, Londoners witnessed an astonishing view. Against the backdrop of a beautiful moon, there was something else up there.
Okay, that's weird.
An unidentified flying object appeared. It wasn't stationary. It drifted slowly across the night sky. A strange giant wire lay across the moon's surface, raising many questions. Since there were so many eyewitnesses,
That's exceptionally weird. Someone must... It's gotta be...
there was not even a single factor of doubt about the ominous activity, as everyone believes this came out from another dimension. Nighttime giant. In the evening, a visitor had an unforgettable experience. A massive black disc-shaped object suddenly appeared overhead. Its size was terrifying, bigger than anything the witness had ever seen in the sky. He knew he was looking at a UFO, an alien spaceship. It moved silently, gliding over him like a dark cloud. Luckily, it didn't stop. The strange part was that poor aliens were falling from the spaceship. It kept moving and was out of sight. Who knows what happened with those aliens? Hope they are safe. Philadelphia's flying mystery. In Philadelphia, a stargazer captured an unbelievable act on his phone. What started as a peaceful night observing the stars turned into a close encounter. The video showed a bizarre object that appeared to be a spaceship moving at incredible speed through the night sky. It appeared as if someone was there to have a war with the aliens, as green laser light was targeting the UFO, but hopefully, aliens were lucky to save them every time. Chennai's Sky Visitor. On August 19th, 2024, Chennai's sky had a mysterious visitor. A strange object appeared, floating silently above the hills. At first, it didn't move, looked like it was waiting. Then, slowly, it drifted from its place. People all over Chennai saw it. It had neon green colored lights that were glowing in the sky. The solid-looking craft looked puzzled. Maybe the pilot was looking for the right route. As it moved, it was an extraterrestrial vehicle. And who knows? Maybe the visitor will come back someday for another spooky invasion. Caribbean curiosity. On July 13th, 2024, people in Aruba and Venezuela saw something amazing. This wasn't just some boring falling star or satellite. As the sun went down, a super bright UFO appeared out of nowhere. The UFO zoomed across the sky, bending and twisting in impossible ways. Everyone stopped to stare at the weird flying saucer. It lit up the whole sky like a giant flashlight. The UFO danced through the air, doing loops and zigzags. Where did it come from? What did it want? Nobody knew, but everyone agreed. This was the coolest thing they'd ever seen in the sky. Reporter's revelation. High above a bustling city, a reporter was with officials. As they filmed the skyline, a sight caught their eye.
What is that?
Behind the tall buildings, a strange object moved. Before they could focus, it zipped away faster than anything they'd seen.
It's over there!
Maybe the beings in the flying saucer were camera shy, which is why they left the moment they were spotted. Well, it appeared officials were also in a mood to have some conversation with them, so they sent the drone with the speed of light. But things got turned, as aliens were not in a mood to have words. They left before the drone could reach them. The brief encounter left them with an exclusive story and a mystery that would captivate the world. Mexican marvel. In 2024, a tourist in Mexico was filming the majestic mountain scenery when something really unusual caught a man's eye. A small orb of light appeared in the sky, drawing his attention away from the landscape. It wasn't just floating, it was descending in a controlled manner. As it came closer, he realized this was no ordinary light. Suddenly, the strange craft dipped behind the mountain. Just as it vanished from view, the tourist's camera unexpectedly shut off, leaving everyone wondering what it was and what secrets it held. Italian intrigue. In Italy's hills on May 16, 2024, a hiker's peaceful trek turned thrilling. An object soared over distant peaks too far to see clearly. Its shape was a mystery, but its movement was unmistakable. No bird or plane flew like that. The hiker watched as the craft navigated the mountains with impossible ease. Well, it appeared to be a spaceship of our outer space beings. Maybe they don't have mountains on their planet and spend their time in nature on our planet. Chinese countryside. In rural China, a local on his regular walk spotted a disc-shaped object just like in the movies. It was a real UFO, floating right in front of him.
Cuando la acidez cambia tu mundo por completo, Almax Forte actúa rápidamente contra la acidez y el ardor en solo un minuto. Almax Forte, ahora con nuevos sabores. Lea las instrucciones de este medicamento y consulte al farmacéutico.
The flying saucer looked exactly like the ones he'd seen in stories and films. It hovered silently in the air, its shiny surface gleaming in the sunlight. Then, without warning, the UFO started to rise. It looked like the alien visitors had finished their secret mission on Earth and were heading back to their far-off planet. What an amazing sight it truly was. Urban UFO. One evening in Seattle, a resident captured more than city sights. While filming the skyline, something flashed by. Too fast for the eye to capture, but not for the camera. Behind the city buildings, a fast-moving object zipped across the sky. It was hard to see clearly, but the object moved in ways that regular planes or helicopters couldn't. As it moved between the buildings, the mysterious craft's shape became clearer. An alien spaceship, sleek and silent, came behind the buildings. The footage, clear and undeniable, would soon make headlines. Seattle had an otherworldly visitor caught on film for all to see. Fading giant. Near a lake, a local in the sky spotted a massive object. It was hard to see clearly, but it was there. It looked like a spaceship from another world. This thing was enormous, way larger than any plane. It just floated in the air without making any noise. Though blurry, its sheer size spoke of its otherworldly origin. It hung in the sky as it was waiting for its passengers, and then it left for its home in another world. Alien encounter. A mysterious leaked video surfaced on the internet showing an unusual event in a forest. A weird creature was captured lying on a stretcher. It had a long, weird-shaped head and huge black eyes. Yellow ropes held it down. This wasn't any normal being. Yes, it was an alien. Around the stretcher stood a bunch of soldiers in uniform. They seemed to be guarding the alien. The video cut off suddenly, leaving everyone with so many questions. It appeared alien spaceship crashed into the forest. Hope the military takes good care of it. Unusual encounter. A man's peaceful morning walk took an unexpected turn. As he neared the walking track, he saw a strange figure sitting right in his path. The creature had a long, oddly shaped skull and a thin, wiry body. Its skin looked smooth and grayish. It was like nothing he'd ever encountered before, so he came up with the idea that